In the beginning, the world was a paradise, untouched and pure, where Adam and Eve roamed freely. But lurking in the shadows was a serpent, whispering dark secrets and sowing seeds of doubt. The serpent tempted Eve with forbidden fruit, promising knowledge and power beyond imagination. With a single bite, innocence shattered, unleashing chaos upon the once harmonious world. The ground trembled as the first sin echoed through the garden, and darkness seeped into their hearts. Banished from paradise, they wandered into a desolate land, haunted by their choices and the serpent's laughter. In their exile, they faced monstrous creatures born from their guilt, each representing their deepest fears. And so the tale of Adam and Eve became a warning, echoing through time, of the price of temptation. In a time long forgotten, the world was engulfed in darkness and despair as a great flood loomed on the horizon. Noah, a humble man chosen by the divine, was tasked with building an ark to save the innocent from the impending doom. As the ark took shape, whispers of dread filled the air, for the creatures of the earth sensed a malevolent force lurking beneath the waves. The day of reckoning arrived, and the skies opened, unleashing torrents that drowned the cries of the wicked. But within the ark, a sinister presence began to stir, as the animals grew restless and the air thickened with fear. Noah, sensing the darkness, discovered that one of the animals was not what it seemed, harboring a malevolent spirit. As the flood raged on, the true nature of the creature was revealed, unleashing chaos among the inhabitants of the ark. In a final act of bravery, Noah faced the creature, wielding faith as his weapon against the darkness that threatened to consume them all. In the shadowy depths of ancient Egypt, a child was born under a blood-red moon, destined for greatness and horror. Moses, raised in the palace, felt the pull of his true heritage, haunted by visions of suffering and despair. One fateful night, he witnessed an act of brutality that awakened a dark power within him, a force he could not control. Fleeing into the wilderness, he encountered a burning bush that whispered secrets of the past and foretold a grim future. Returning to Egypt, Moses confronted Pharaoh, wielding the dark power that had awakened within him, demanding freedom for his people. As plagues descended upon Egypt, the land was engulfed in chaos, revealing the true horror of divine wrath. In the final confrontation, the Red Sea parted, but the waters held a sinister secret threatening to consume the unworthy. Moses led his people to freedom, but the shadows of the past lingered, reminding them that horror can rise from even the greatest of miracles. In a land of ancient whispers, Jonah was a prophet with a peculiar problem. He hated fish. One day, God commanded Jonah to deliver a message to the wicked city of Nineveh, but he had other plans. Instead of obeying, Jonah hopped on a ship to Tarshish, thinking he could outrun divine orders. But the sea grew furious, and the sailors, terrified, cast lots to find the culprit of their misfortune. When the lot fell on Jonah, he confessed, "I'm the reason for this storm," and suggested they toss him overboard. As Jonah sank into the depths, he was swallowed by a giant fish, which turned out to be a rather chatty creature. In the fish's belly, Jonah had a hilarious existential crisis, debating whether to pray or start a stand-up routine. After 3 days of fishy conversations, the creature finally spat Jonah out onto the shores of Nineveh, where he reluctantly delivered his message. In a land shrouded in darkness, where shadows whispered secrets, a giant named Goliath terrorized the villages. The villagers trembled, their hearts heavy with despair, as Goliath's thunderous footsteps echoed through the valleys. But from the depths of the shadows emerged a young shepherd named David, armed only with faith and a slingshot. David's heart raced, not with fear, but with a fierce determination to confront the monstrous giant. As the sun set, David approached the battlefield, the air thick with tension and the scent of impending doom. With a single stone and unwavering faith, David unleashed his slingshot, a glimmer of hope against the looming terror. The stone struck Goliath's forehead, and the giant fell, a thunderous crash echoing through the land. In the silence that followed, the villagers emerged, their hearts filled with hope as David stood victorious over darkness. In the ancient land of Israel, a warrior named Samson was born, destined for greatness and tragedy. Gifted with immense strength, Samson was a protector of his people, feared by their enemies. But his heart was ensnared by Delilah, a woman whose beauty masked a treacherous intent. Under the moonlight, Delilah coaxed Samson to reveal the secret of his strength, a betrayal that would seal his fate. With his strength stripped away, Samson was captured, blinded, and forced to toil in chains. Yet in his darkest hour, Samson's spirit burned bright, plotting revenge against those who wronged him. In a grand temple, Samson called upon his strength one last time, ready to bring down the pillars of his enemies. As the temple crumbled, Samson's sacrifice echoed through the ages, a tale of love, betrayal, and redemption. In the ancient kingdom of Israel, King Solomon was renowned for his wisdom and power, but his greatest secret lay hidden in the shadows. One fateful night, Solomon summoned a powerful demon from the depths of the abyss, seeking knowledge beyond mortal comprehension. The demon, bound by Solomon's command, revealed dark prophecies and whispered secrets that chilled the king's heart. As Solomon delved deeper into forbidden knowledge, he unwittingly unleashed a curse upon his kingdom, shrouding it in darkness. Desperate to save his people, Solomon sought the wisdom of the ancient spirits, but they demanded a terrible price. In a moment of desperation, Solomon made a pact with the demon, trading his soul for the salvation of his kingdom. The curse was lifted, but the price was steep. Solomon became a shadow of his former self, haunted by the darkness he had unleashed. In the end, the wisest king learned that some knowledge is best left undiscovered, as the true horror lies in the depths of ambition.